Hey buddy, it's Crazy10 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last one, we went through Classic mode and ran through as Ganondorf, a returning character, of course, from Melee and from Brawl. Very fun, a heavyweight character, strong guy. This time around, though, we're going to be heading through Classic mode as the next, and of course, the last one in the Zelda lineup. Toon Link, of course, a different version of Link, but it's still Link to his core. So check out Toon Link's palette swaps real quick. We got the standard green tunic, we've got a red tunic, a blue tunic, a purple tunic, kind of the four from the Four Swords Adventures. We've got a more classic Link design or color palette. We've got dark Toon Link. We also have this kind of a lighter colored Toon Link with like a teal sort of outfit with like green sleeves, whatever. And also this one, this was also sort of like a more classic-ish look with yeah, I guess, yeah, this one is more similar to a classic Link, or even just standard Link for that matter, but like in the Toon fashion. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We got Toon Link, obviously, you know, Toon Link, he's a less powerful but lighter and faster version of Link. So, you know, the two of them have their own separate, I guess, play styles to go for, right? And it's kind of like who you pick, right, who you want to play as, who you prefer, is again kind of up to your play style in a way. It's kind of weird for me because I do like Link, like standard Link, a lot. For the most part, I do. But I do enjoy Toon Link a good, decent amount in Smash Ultimate. I feel like Smash Ultimate Toon Link is like my favorite version of Toon Link. He's just a lot of fun to play. I love that character a lot. But Toon Link, of course, you know, as I mentioned, a smaller, lighter, what? I thought I was on the ledge! Okay, I guess not. A smaller, he's lighter, but a faster version of Link, right? Which could definitely be useful to have, right, to play as. So for just his general strengths and buffs as a character, he's got good mobility and attributes as a lightweight character. He's he's a middleweight character with above average dash speed and air acceleration. He can wall jump, which is obviously a very useful technique to have, and he is floaty due to having low gravity and slow fall speed. He, just like Link, has really good zoning and projectile game, right, as you could probably expect. He's got a strong projectile kick, and his hero's bow, his boomerang, and his bomb, his neutral, side, and down specials respectively. His bomb is highly versatile for combos and setups, and it's not affected by range or stalling, and the boomerang can lead into follow-ups like the up tilt and grab, etc. So pretty good zoning options. I'm pretty sure those are also all faster than Link's versions too. Again, just with like less power, you know, because of the character himself. Also just realized Pit is like gone. His combo game actually pretty decent. His bomb can actually lead to is central to his combo setups, especially into KO moves like the forward aerial or the up smash. Again, I got hit by that. What the heck? Get out of here, Ganondorf. His up tilt is also a strong combo starter with varied follow-ups at different percentages. And his grab aerial, his Zair, has functions like a long-range poke or combo starter. And his neutral attack has jab cancel potential. So yeah, so that pretty decent combo game for a character like him. Also has improved grab game. His hook shot, his grab, his tether grab, has longer range and it grabs airborne opponents and is better as a tether recovery. His throws can combo into projectiles, like his up throw going into the falling bomb. And his back throw is now a strong KO option, among the strongest throws in the game, which is very surprising to hear about, but yeah, that apparently is a thing. And for his custom moves, it seems like there's kind of one really good option for each of them. Again, it's like depending on like what you're looking for when it comes to Toon Link, but like these are pretty solid options for custom moves when playing as Toon Link. So Fire Arrow, which is of course a custom for his neutral beam, is excellent for spacing, jab blocks, and aerial follow-ups. His Floating Boomerang for his side B has high hit stun for combo extension. His Flying Spin Attack for his up B has high KO power and reliable edge sweet spot, and a Short Fuse Bomb for, of course, his down B is quick and good for combos or KOs. So yeah, some pretty decent options for custom moves if you want to go that route for the character. Yeah, they could be pretty useful. I don't know if I really which ones I typically use for the links. Again, it's dependent on the link, of course. You know, one link, of course, is a heavier, more powerful version, so like one custom move may work for one of them, and one may work for the other, right? But it won't always be the same case for the two of them. Come on. Can you die, Marth? Thank you. I was about to say, Marth is taking way too long to die. But even with those strengths, of course, he has weaknesses. Toon Link has some weaknesses and some nerfs following Brawl, right? He's got reduced damage output, right? Overall lower damage compared to Brawl, and his smash attacks deal more knockback, but KO less effectively due to reduced base power. Some combo limitations are sadly, you know, on Toon Link. Two teammates? Okay, you're really treating me. Let's go for Marth, and let's go for Roy. Get some sword fighters going in. So his combo game is dependent on Bomb, Up Tilt, and Zair. Other close range attacks lack consistency in combos, and throws into projectiles do require precise timing and setup. They are good and obviously reliable, but you know, can be a bit difficult and tricky to utilize because they are pretty precise. How the heck did Marth die already? That was way too freaking quick. He should not have died that quick, but you know what? I guess some teammates are gonna be worse off than others, right? I guess so. Utilize the up B. The up B is a really good kill option. He's got some grab weaknesses as well. Grabs still have noticeable startup and ending lag, and but again, that is pretty typical of tether grabs, right? Link also struggles from the same thing, and so do characters like Samus, for example, another character with a tether grab. Even Lucas, I'm pretty sure, has a tether grab. So yeah, there's obviously going to be a lot of startup and end lag with those types of grabs, but that's just expected, right? But they can work very well in your favor, especially with like their longer range, which are very, very helpful to have, depending on the situation. Can he die? Oh, come on, I should have gotten him there. He does have floatiness drawbacks as well. He's very vulnerable to vertical KOs and juggling. A very predictable recovery he has, despite having tether improvements, and he cannot abuse floatiness for extended combos due to aerials having high ending lag, noticeably the back air. And for frame data, he's got below average startup and landing lag on many moves, and having a disjointed range is offset by his small size, harder to space effectively, right? So Link can space pretty well due to his bigger size and his good range, but Toon Link kind of struggles a little bit in that department. Now for competitive viability, he does need to use zoning and projectile setups to build up damage before KOing. He's got effective KO moves though, with the forward aerial, the cleanup aerial, or a clean-up aerial, a back throw, and his smash attacks in general. Pretty good kill options there. But again, you do have to like hit them off, and you do need to set them up. He is slightly weaker than in Brawl overall, but is still viable with proper use of his tools. He is represented pretty well in regional/national tournaments with players like Hyuga, Zorn, I think that's his name, Rima, and 3XA. Now, when it comes to Toon Link, from back in Brawl to how he is now in Smash 4, he's got some changes, obviously. I do remember Toon Link being a very popular choice amongst some people back in Brawl. I know one of my friends is a big fan of playing Toon Link in Brawl. I know I was definitely a big fan of the character. He's always been a lot of fun. But yeah, Toon Link has changed it a little bit, as other characters have. Overall, kind of the same character, but again, some buffs, some nerfs, whatever. So some general buffs and improvements that Toon Link has got. I hate these bees, man. Oh my gosh, this is like one of the worst items in the game. His mobility has increased. He's gained better mobility overall, helping his evasiveness. His grab and his hook shot have longer range and less landing lag on all grabs. His back throw became a strong KO option, and his hook shot is a significantly better tether recovery tool. For projectiles, his bomb no longer damages Toon Link on hit, improving safety and combo potential, and the boomerang near hitbox is improved for combo setups. And general combo game, his up tilt and boomerang benefit from hit stun canceling changes for better follow-ups. Now, even those are good buffs and improvements, he does have some pretty strong nerfs and weaknesses. Maybe not super strong, but they are still noticeable. His damage output is overall just lower. He has overall lower damage output, reducing KO potential and damaging raking efficiency, or racking efficiency, I should say. His aerial game, neutral aerial is weaker. His forward aerial can't auto cancel into a short hop anymore. His back air has more lag and it generally hurts his combo ability. His down air is slower, pierces opponents, and is riskier off stage. If you guys remember, the brawl version of his down air was one where he kind of shoots downwards as well, but every time he hits an opponent, he would bounce back up and go for like kind of like a second slower hit. In this game, and also in Ultimate following up, he just kind of goes straight down, piercing opponents as he continues down, and it's kind of like it's hard to stop it. Basically, he doesn't have that bounce up that he used to do back in Brawl, which was very useful and could help in, like, you know, it was a bit of a less risky downer to utilize. And of course, his grab aerial, his Zair, has more landing lag, which makes follow-ups harder except at high percentages. His recovery, right, his spin attack as a recovery, it has slightly reduced distance, and he does require the use of tether and wall jump more often for recovery. And for edge guarding, many moves no longer function as semi-spikes, and his down aerial changes make edge guarding pretty riskier. Pretty riskier compared to what it was back in Brawl. For projectile utility nerfs, there's a few. Quick drawing, a mechanic that he used to have in Brawl, was of course removed. Edge momentum shifting was also removed, as you know, it also reduced boomerang versatility. Also, bombs are now absorbable by opponents, so that's also another thing to keep in mind. And the grab aerial now auto activates after aerial item drops, which of course limit options. So overall impact, Toon Link does remain nimble, evasive, and good at zoning, but his offense is weaker, forcing a more defensive campy playstyle. His buffs are minor while his nerfs are more significant, and he is slightly worse than in Brawl, but relative viability hasn't dropped drastically, and other many top-tier Brawl characters were also nerfed, so sort of a mixed bag when it comes to his changes from Brawl. Again, you know, decent buffs since then, but the nerfs were pretty big. But then, like, obviously keeping in mind of like other top tier Brawl characters that like also just like became worse overall in Smash 4 does sort of mean that Toon Link is kind of like in the same position as he was back in Brawl. There's like more characters and whatnot, and like other characters getting buffed, of course. But yeah, so I mean, that's Toon Link. Obviously, as I mentioned, he's a fun character. I do like him a lot. He's a lot of enjoyment to play. He is a different playstyle, or he has a different playstyle from Link, obviously being a smaller, lightweight, less heavy-hitting character, less heavy-hitting option, but a quicker option if you want that kind of playstyle to run with, right? And it could be a lot of fun. Again, I mentioned now I really do enjoy Toon Link overall as a character. I specifically love Ultimate Toon Link. I used to enjoy Brawl Toon Link quite a bit. I remember him being a lot of fun to play. Can I spike with this? Oh, let's go! The downer spike. We love to see it. We love to see it. Yeah, he's always been a really fun character for me. Smash 4 Toon Link hasn't really been like super amazing, super like noteworthy for me, but I still like him on occasion. It's just that Brawl and Ultimate Toon Link I feel like personally are better characters, right? Or better variants, right, of the character, better versions. That's good. Let's go for a good side smash. Bam, nice. But yeah, overall still a fun Link to play. I think he's kind of similar to how Young Link plays, but sort of a more faster character than even Young Link is. So yeah, but still a fun character. Had a fun time with his classic mode run through. Let's check out our trophy. Alright, let's get these credits rolling. I think Toon Link is going to be pretty good for this. I mean, again, like, he doesn't have the range that regular Link has, but I think that his quickness will definitely help a lot in completing these targets pretty quick. I think so. Or just covering a lot of space. Like, look at that up air. That up air stays out for quite a while, honestly. A lot longer than I anticipated. And it does a lot. It definitely does a lot. So it's probably going to be the best option for this, if I'm being honest. Probably going to be the best option, especially if I get the mushroom. Oh yeah, it is going to be great. Let me see what the downer does. Hold on. Let me wait until like we get the other scrolling credits and scroll upwards. I want to see how the downer works on that. Let's see this. Oh yeah, he like pierces each of them. That actually works really, really well. Put him like into the right circumstance, he can actually do. That could be an amazing move to utilize. Like there, look at that! It just covers so much in such a little amount of time. That's actually really, really helpful to use. So I actually might try and use that. Maybe not as much, because I think the up air and the neutral air are going to be a lot more useful. But I think the downer can still be of pretty heavy use, I think. If I can get this little area right here, there we go. It's going back up. No, I wanted the bomb. I was hoping. It's too late now. I think this is actually the last piece right here, is it? I'm not sure. I want to get it. Or it's too late. Okay, I think I got it. What's left? Oh, down here. I see it. I didn't get it yet. Hold up. There we go. Oh, this huge piece. There we go. Nice. Easy 100%. Not bad. I don't think we've had anyone besides like maybe Bowser who's gotten the 100% like super quickly yet. I know Bayonetta's gonna be like amazing as per usual. We already saw how amazing Bayonetta was at the credits back in 3DS, and it's gonna be the exact same here in Wii U. Nothing's really gonna change. He's probably gonna be still by far the best character to use for credits in this game. Really not bad. It got more of a cartoony congratulations logo than the other Zelda characters. Let's check out his taunts real quick. So we got the up taunt. That's a little Wind Waker dance. We got the side taunts. Navi pull out. And finally the down taunts. More crazy version of Link for sure. For sure. It was kind of cool actually seeing that more cartoony version of Navi, because obviously I'm more used to the standard Navi, or like from Ocarina or from Twilight Princess, but seeing that Wind Waker version of Navi, kind of like it looks more of a fairy, right, than the other Navi does. It's kind of cool to see the difference. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out Toon Link's Final Smash, of course, and you know the special moves as per usual. It's gonna be about the exact same as Link, just with just a slight bit of a difference, right? So of course, Final Smash, we've got this standard, the Triforce Slash. Overall, sort of the same as Link's, but does have. I think maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think it is overall a less reliable version of Link's. Because if you guys remember, Link's version of Triforce Slash was really good. It had amazing range, good power, good knockback. Toon Link's version doesn't really cover nearly as much range. I think it maybe has like half the range that Link's version does, and I don't think it has nearly enough power or knockback that Link's does. Maybe it does more damage, maybe, but I don't think knockback wise it's as good. So sort of like a worse off version than Link's, if I'm being perfectly honest, but it looks cool, has a more cartoony look to it. We'll check out his special moves real quick. So we got the neutral special, which is the Hero's Bow, same as Link's, a chargeable arrow, which can, of course, can be of differing speeds and power. It does seem to maybe fly a bit more than Link's does, if I'm not mistaken. It does, yeah, it does go at more of an arc than I think Link's does, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got the side B, which is the boomerang, not the Gale boomerang, just the standard one. Of course, can be angled up and down and just, you know, left and right, yada yada. Can go behind you, can be good for combos. Can hit in front of him. It could also like hit in behind like that, and it'll come back and hit the opponent too. So it does have damage on both ways, but it doesn't have the wind properties that Link's version does, right? Then we have the up special, which is of course the spin attack. On the ground, it is a, well, it's a multi-spin kind of hit. You can charge it just like Link's, but Link's, Toon Link's on the ground will actually multi-hit unlike Link's, and which is actually pretty decent for catching someone, maybe like killing off of the move. And in the air, kind of just the exact same thing, does a multi-hit attack, just not as strong as Link's, obviously, but the grounded version is also really good, really quick, and also very strong for KO. Then of course the downbeat, which is the standard, it's the bomb. Toon Link pulls out a bomb, has a bit of a Wind Waker type of explosion to it compared to Link's more realistic sort of, more grittier look. The same thing, he pulls out a bomb, can throw it as a general projectile, can throw it down, of course, and it will damage himself. He can also utilize the bomb for extra recovery, as if he were to use his recovery, and then have the bomb explode. He uses the recovery again, so very useful for that technique. So pretty cool stuff. Again, overall kind of the same as just Link, right? But just a bit different. Just like you get the slightest bit of difference. I think the biggest difference, of course, besides like just general damage output and whatnot, and speed, is just like the look of the moves, and also the fact that Toon Link has a standard boomerang instead of a Gale one. So yeah, also speaking of Toon Link, he's right there. he's the one who showcases the trophy section, the trophy mode. But anyways, let's check out Toon Link himself. This cartoonish version of Link is how he appeared in The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker and a few other titles. In Smash Bros, he uses moves much like his older, taller counterpart. His small size gives him extra speed though, so take advantage of that to send your foes flying. And of course the games we have are The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, or The Wind Waker on the GameCube, and The Legend of Zelda: Spirit Tracks for the Nintendo DS. I think there's like 2 out of the 3, well no, because there's also 4 swords. So, but I guess those are like the 2 big games that people associate Toon Link with, right? Wind Waker, Spirit Tracks, yeah. Anyways, that is all for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Thank you so much for watching. In the next one, we're gonna be heading through Classic Mode. We're gonna run through as the first, Samus, right, of the Metroid series, the first of 2 characters from the Metroid series. I guess technically at same character twice, but very different forms of the same character. So yeah, Samus next time, stay tuned for that. So subscribe and comment, all the good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch and all the other channels, are of course down in the description. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Pop-Tart out.